Day of resistance on campuses across the country, called by National Students for Justice in Palestine, which hails the Hamas terror attacks as a historic win for the Palestinian resistance across land, air, and sea.
That's the justification of the murder of Jews, as we've seen throughout history, under a different name.
At San Diego State, one pro-Palestinian protester said this.
We're not for any lives lost, no matter what, Palestinian or Israeli.
We found that 57% of Jewish students in the U.S. have experienced or seen anti-Semitism. That was before this occurred. Now we're seeing the levels rise, the incidents rise, the complaints rise.
At Harvard, a statement released within hours of the attacks begins, "We, the undersigned student organizations, hold the Israeli regime entirely responsible for all unfolding violence." Some have recanted after a backlash that included a billionaire hedge fund boss asking Harvard to name members of the groups that signed, so none of us inadvertently hire them. Last night, their names and faces emblazoned on a truck in Harvard Square by a conservative organization. Such intimidation is counterproductive, said Harvard Hillel, a Jewish student group. A major UPenn benefactor has called on other alums to close the checkbooks after what he said was college leaders' apparent failure to condemn the views of some speakers at a recent Palestinian literary festival on campus. In Los Angeles Tuesday, a pro-Israel rally just a stone's throw from the UCLA campus. The Cultural Affairs Commission of UCLA, a student group, posted Monday, "We honor the Palestinians on the front lines, taking their land and sovereignty back." They say this is not anti-Semitism. Judaism is separate from the political movement of Zionism.
These are UCLA organizations, and they have the permission to say these things. It's absolutely absurd.
I mean, you're holding an Israeli flag. Is that something you'd be okay doing on campus?
Oftentimes on campus, I feel scared to hold a flag if I'm not with a big group. There's a lot of anti-Semitism on campus, and it's always felt at all times.